Hello guys, DemonKysho here. I'm playing Namco Bandai's newest game on PlayStation Network, Tekken Revolution. Now, I'm a pretty big Tekken fan. You know, I've played every game in the series, and this is a new free-to-play Tekken game exclusively on the PlayStation Network. What that means for Tekken is that there's actually not a full roster of characters. There's a cherry-picked selection of my favorite character. There's actually reasoning behind starting off with a small roster. It's so that people, generally not like associated with fighters and even loyal and hardcore Tekken fans, you kind of know each character's strengths and weaknesses. But these aren't the only characters that you can get. They've stressed that more characters will be coming within updates, and this isn't a pay to win or pay to play. It's only if you choose to. Pretty much everything in the game can be purchased with in-game money, and you can earn that by playing the arcade, playing ranked, playing player matches. But there's a catch. You get tokens and tickets to play online player matches and arcade matches. There's a limited amount, and there's different times that the tickets and the tokens will refresh. You roughly get a ticket or token every half an hour. You can actually purchase premium tickets and tokens for a pretty small fee. It's dependent on how many you want to have at one given time. Pretty much, it'll reward people that log in every day, have a couple matches, give you points, and even if you want to beat the arcade a couple of times, you can actually also rank up that way. Another interesting feature is that you can actually increase the stats of your selected character in 3 specific areas: power, endurance, and vigor. Now, it's actually 1 per character. It's not overall characters, your overall stats. So if you want to like level up a specific character that you're essentially your main, then you can do that. One of my personal favorite things about Tekken is all the customization you can have with especially each character, costumes. I haven't seen that part in it yet, but they said they'll patch it and update everything. I'm not gonna lie, Tekken, Bandai Namco, they always support their games. They're always open to feedback. They're actually a really good developer when it comes to things like this. And so I think going to a free-to-play area, even though it's not really heard of in this kind of day, pretty much they're going to uncharted territory. But the whole pay-to-win microtransaction thing you see with most like free-to-play games, it's not really here. You can't really like buy coins for like stats and upgrade your characters to max. That's not the case. You actually have to play. You have to fight. And you actually don't necessarily have to win. With arcade, I beat it, and I got a lot of points. I leveled up. I ranked up, and I got a couple fights in ranked, and I also level up that way. And so you really don't. It doesn't really punish you for trying to learn how to play the game. I'm just glad that one of my favorite characters in Tekken is one of the starting characters, is King. Loved him since Tekken 1. There's something about grappling characters I just really enjoy, and King is literally one of my favorite characters, probably in fighters, period. I just like King. Like, it's kind of unfortunate, spoilers, what happens to him in Tekken, and this is actually the new King, his essentially successor, King 2. But they don't really tell you that. You have to be kind of a hardcore Tekken fan to know what I'm talking about. But before I forget, they actually added another feature, essentially special moves, where each character is kind of like it looks like a little blurry rush, adds a little extra damage. Overall, it feels like Tekken, especially the last Tekken Tag 2. You probably be more familiar with playing that, or Tekken Hybrid. Pretty much the last couple of Tekkens, if you played them, you should be able to play Tekken Revolution pretty well. This isn't the first time Namco Bandai try to do something free to play. I mean, if you have an iOS device, or I don't think it's Android based yet, they have a goddamn card game on motorcycles. Or more or less a Tekken card game you can play. I'll say this though, I have nothing but good memories of Tekken. I'll never forget that, being in a crowded room with my family and friends, and we were playing Tekken 1, and nobody could beat the final boss. Nobody could beat Hayachi, and we were using I chose Kazuya to continue, and I got the farthest, and I actually ended up beating it in front of it was the first person to beat it in the entire room. We were looking at the ending where he picks up Hayachi, and spoilers, he drops him off the cliff. and like he just slowly turns to the camera and grins. I had that same expression on my face when everyone saw that I beat the game. With that said, it costs you nothing to check out Tekken Revolution. It's less than 2 gigs to download, and I think if you're especially a fighter fan or Tekken fan or new to fighting games, it's actually a great place to start. Here comes a new challenger. Is it you?